Na 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 na.
Live from the country music capital of the world, Nashville, Tennessee, Main Act Entertainment proudly presents the Rebecca Mae Lawless Show, starring award-winning singer, songwriter, and entertainer Rebecca Mae Lawless. Now, from the Tune Ditty Studios located in Nashville, Tennessee, here is your host, Rebecca Mae Lawless.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Larry, out there in California, for always doing those wonderful introductions. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you to our sponsors each week. We appreciate you out there. We come to you just for a short half hour every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central. Don't forget, in your time zone, wherever you are. And we try to do this every Thursday to uplift, build up our military, give them something to look forward to, and our veterans. And we are going to start this show. We have some fun stuff going to happen here tonight, folks, and we're grateful that you're tuning in wherever you are. Feel free to share this across your world to anybody that you can think of. And before I forget, on Friday night, you can also watch this on bikertv.org at 8 Eastern. So don't forget, there's some different time zones in there, so you'll hopefully try not to get too confused there. So we're going to start this show out with a little patriotic tune. And I just want to say thank you for your service and your sacrifice to our military and our veterans. We appreciate what you do for our country, for me, and we appreciate your families for their sacrifice. And we're going to start with a little patriotic tune. And Rob, if you feel like singing along with me, feel free. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, why with all, God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, folks, for your service and your sacrifice. Again, we appreciate each one of you out there tonight. We have some wonderful things happening tonight, and in the interest of time, we're not going to clown around with too many songs from me tonight, but that's okay. You get to hear me every week. Doesn't matter. So I have a wonderful guest here. Rob Ondras is my guest of honor tonight. And Rob, I'm going to turn this over to you. And if you could tell people a little bit about what you've done, share a couple of songs, and then we'll talk merchandise and all that good stuff in a little while.
All right. Well, I am Rob Ondras. I have been in Nashville since '98. Played music all of my life, and I wrote for a Christian music publisher for about 13, 14 years, and had several of my songs published and recorded through them. So I'm going to do one of those tonight.
I didn't know this. Yeah. See, it's always nice when you find somebody to pick them up off the street corner and they tell you things about themselves.
I was just one of those guys. I was standing by the side of the road, and she goes, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?"
I have jam.
And it's good, I got to tell you. My wife bought a bunch of it.
Yes, you did. Yeah, like a whole bunch of the blueberry, the no-sugar blueberry.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. It was wonderful. Yeah. So would you like to do a song?
I'd like you to do a song.
Okay, I can do a song. You know what? It's Christmas. I picked out a couple of Christmas songs. One, a medley of a lot of songs that we know, and one that I wrote for Songs for the Masses, the Christian groups. So let's start off with the medley. I call it the Red, White, and Blue medley, and there's a reason. You'll hear why. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donder and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. But then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Here comes the blue part. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright in your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. You'll be doing alright in your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas.
Rob Ondras, everybody. I like
Red,
that.
white, and blue.
That's
you know, because
cool.
I'm just a patriotic guy, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad about that.
I love my country.
I do too.
I love our God. I love my family.
Amen.
Yeah, so those are all things that mean a lot to me. So when I put things together, I usually think of how can this be patriotic, or how can this honor God, or how can this honor my family?
Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So you want to do a Christmas song?
Yes, seeing how Christmas is next
This-
week.
Exactly.
I can't believe
exactly.
that already.
You know, I wrote this song for a group called Songs for the Masses. And when we were writing songs for them, they were all scripture-based. And so I always loved the writing sessions, because I'd usually go and write with my producer or a friend or whatever. And the writing sessions usually just turned into a Bible study. Yeah,
That's
so so this particular song, To Us a Child is Born, is from Isaiah 9.
This one.
To us a child is born, to us a son is given, and he will be called the Prince of Peace. To us a child is born, to us a son is given, and he will be called the Prince of Peace. He will reign on David's throne, and King righteousness. To us a child is born, to us a son is given, and he will be called the Prince of Peace. To us a child is born, to us a son is given, and he will be called the Prince of Peace. He brings light to those who walk in darkness. The shadow on the land has seen a new day dawning. To us a child is born, to us a son is given, and he will be called the Prince of Peace. To us a child is born, to us a son is given, and he will be called the Prince of Peace. He will be called the Prince of Peace.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's really pretty, and that is such a worship song on
Yeah.
top of a great tune.
Yeah, it
Wow.
is.
Well, Rob, tell people just a quick moment before we move to the next segment of our show. Tell
Yeah.
people if you have. Do you have a website? Do you have merchandise? Where can people find you? Hopefully, sometime before when COVID crazy's over, you'll be out and about again.
Absolutely. I do have a website, and I've got, all the social platforms and everything, but robondras.com, and the last name is spelled Ondras. So it's Rob. It's not Ron Ondras, because most people say Ron Ondras. They see the Ondras, but it's Rob, ROBONDRAS. I've got CDs and I've got all kinds of stuff available up there. And until last March, I was out working on cruise ships for the last 10 years. So no cruises, and they keep pushing them back. So,
Wow.
but I'm doing all the live shows and everything. And thank you for having me on and doing all that.
Well,
So,
thank you for
yeah,
being here. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Absolutely.
Yes. Well, folks, robondras.com. Don't forget ROBR. Sorry, I'm spelling it wrong now. ROB is his first name. His last name is ONDRAS.
That's
So
it.
robondras.com.
Thank
You can
you.
find and pester him a little bit. Hire him for a house
Please
concert.
do.
Hire him for 50 house concerts. At this point, we'll just do just about anything.
Yeah.
So I thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So, folks, we're going to take this over to a very special few minutes here. And this gentleman actually asked me just recently if he could actually come and join us on the show. And I was all excited because there's a whole story behind him and me meeting. I think that's the correct grammar. Anyway, hopefully there's no English teachers out there tonight. But anyway, sometime when I see you in person in real life, I'll share it because it's actually kind of funny. But in the interest of time, we are going to actually introduce to you this Marine Corps veteran. And I'm going to let him tell you all about himself. And his name is Andrew Farrer, and I am going to introduce you right here. And if you would just step onto the set right here, and we are glad that you are here tonight. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Rebecca.
Thank you. I'm glad you called and said I need to show up.
And Rob, beautiful voice. I cried, man. That stuff was great. Just Blue Christmas, Elvis. I mean, it was amazing. Thank you.
So we are glad that you are here tonight. So I'm going to give you just a few minutes because the half hour goes by so quick, and I wish that you could share your entire life story and history and things like that. But I will. We're going to turn it over to you here for just a few minutes. So tell folks what you've done, who you are, some of the things that you are leader of the pack type stuff, and all that good stuff.
Okay. I'll do it very, very quick. Richard Farr, Richard Andrew Farr. That's my full name. I'm the district commander for Reverend Warriors. We have 5 hikes in Tennessee. I'm also the quartermaster for the VFW, senior vice for my Marine Corps League. a recovering alcoholic. I help out veterans in any way I can. If I can't do it, I will find someone to do it or to help me do it. There's just so much stuff about me that, I want to try and keep this short and concise. But yeah, I love helping out veterans. I'm a combat U.S. Marine, Purple Heart recipient.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Voluntold, and hi everybody at home. Good to see you guys. I came here with Rebecca. I asked her to put me on the show, and I'm very blessed because she has a great voice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I met her. Well, the first instance was online.
Yes,
correct?
I was harassing you.
You were harassing me.
Yes, trying to get you to answer me.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I met her at the Mount Moriah, my Freemason veterans
The cookout.
cookout.
I think it was a cookout. Yeah, it was a
that's right.
cookout.
In September, and we were right next to each other. And you met my wife, and my wife was like, "Yeah, this is my husband, Andrew Farr." And you're like, "You're Andrew Farr?" I'm like,
Yeah.
But I'm just involved with a lot of veteran service organizations, plus a board member for a lot of nonprofits, CommuniServe. Let me see, Veterans to Recovery. Let's see, Island Warriors, which we try and take combat veterans to Honduras for a free trip.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a new one that was started by one of my fellow Marines, Arthur Bush.
Do you have to be a veteran?
You have to be a veteran.
Wow.
You have to have served, and yeah, I know, but you can come. Actually, we need music there.
You do?
Oh yeah, we can get you
Okay.
there.
All right. Okay. I'm
Arthur,
there. All right.
Arthur, if you're watching this, make it known.
Hello.
Okay.
And Rob and I
Give
can
her
come.
a call.
We're available.
But yeah, it's a free trip to anyone that served over in Iraq or Afghanistan or seen any combat. And we'll do scuba diving. We'll do therapy. They've got a mental health counselor down there. And his sister owns a hotel called Hotel Utila. It's a little small island about 2 hours north of mainland Honduras.
Wow. That's neat.
Yeah.
That's handy.
Yeah.
That's really handy.
And you're close to Roatan and Garaja. Those are the three islands. And the best scuba diving in the world. That's right. I'm sorry, Australia. Utila don't got nothing on you.
I just want to interrupt real quick. Sherry, if you're out there in Topeka, Kansas, the lady I was telling you about,
Oh, yeah.
the U.S. Air Force lady that had tuned
Aim
in,
high.
had called in last week, hook up with Andrew. Maybe you can go scuba diving.
Well, I actually will be getting my advanced certification. I was supposed to go this weekend, but had to cancel because of monetary stuff. But January 2nd to the 3rd, I will be in Panama City Beach at Panama City Diving. Pat Green. Oh.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, he's my fraternity brother.
Oh, really?
And he's going to hook me up because he owes me some dives, Pat. Remember from the BP thing? You owe me. Just kidding. But no, and my main passion is Reverend Warriors. And you've heard about it. We bring veterans together using humor and camaraderie to improve mental health and prevent veteran suicide. We wear our short shorts, we put on our packs, and we hike around all these cities. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but the new schedule for 2021 has come out.
Okay, because I can do that,
Oh
right?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
you can volunteer. You can't. You're not a
can't hike?
veteran. You can't hike.
I can't. Darn.
It's for veterans.
Well,
active
good. At
duty,
least
and
I don't have.
reservists.
At least I don't have to be in shape. So that's
But
good.
we're working on trying to get some music at all of these hikes.
Okay.
So Michelle Baxter she already knows. She already has a list. But we have 5 hikes in Tennessee, 67 hikes all over the country,
Holy
Hawaii,
cow.
Guam, Vancouver. We have in Tennessee we have Nashville, Clarksville, Knoxville, Chattanooga, and Memphis.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be in some serious shape by the time you get done.
Try to. Well, it's not a hard hike. It's 2 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
You have lots of stops. It's really easy, especially for some of our older vets and some that have prosthetic legs. We try and keep it nice and calm and collected. It's not like a 3.5 miles an hour hump, which we used to do in the service.
Okay.
This is really slow. We have water stops. We have refreshment stops. Free, food. It's really, really nice.
That sounds
And
really,
it,
really
it
cool.
saved my life. AA, the Reverend Warriors, and the president of the Reverend Warriors. Her name is Cindy. She actually has hair just like you, by the way.
Really?
It's that long.
I think she did call me and ask for styling.
She probably did.
I'm kidding. I have
No,
been,
she
and you
lives
put me in touch with her at one
We
point.
just saw her. We just saw her in Richmond Hill, Georgia, where she lives. We actually met with some 9 Line people. We're trying to do a deal with them, but we were down in Savannah. We saw her. We stayed at her house. Thank you, Cindy, by the way. And then on our way to Key West last weekend, we had the Key West hike, the last hike of the year. It was amazing. It was awesome. And I'm so happy to be part of this organization because we get to affect a lot of veterans, and they get to tell their stories. They get to be normal, because the best support for a veteran is another veteran.
Exactly.
That's why we don't have civilians in our hikes. It's no offense to you. We love you guys. But how we get these stories out, sometimes you need another veteran to just go to them along and get these stories out.
I understand that.
And I was able to do the Nashville hike in 2019. I was the coordinator, and then I became regional because we had the biggest hike in Tennessee in 2019 for Reverend Warriors, not for, there were some other groups that had bigger numbers, but it was a good hike. It was a really, really good experience. It took me 7 months to plan this hike. I took like 2 months off after this hike.
Wow.
I didn't talk to anyone. I was like, nope, nope. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
It's a good thing I didn't contact you then.
No, yeah, thank God. And then I became regional coordinator, and this year we're actually going a different route. We're going to have state coordinators, district coordinators. So every state has a lead, and then like for Tennessee, I'm the lead for Tennessee and Alabama. We have 2 hikes in Alabama, Huntsville, Montgomery, and then 5 hikes in Tennessee. There are 7 hikes. Sorry, Matthew, 7 hikes in North Carolina. Probably 3 or 4 in Florida, 3 in California, 2 in Pennsylvania, 2 in Massachusetts, or 1 in Massachusetts, Connecticut. Just go to the list. You'll see it. If you can't find your town, go to info@irreverentwarriors.com and ask for a hike. As simple as that.
Wow, that's remarkable. That's really awesome. I like what you're doing because, you know, I'm going to interrupt you just for a moment.
No.
Because I always think about the suicide rate, you know, and I don't know what the civilian suicide rate is, but that's not where my heart is, and I don't mean anything disrespectful about that. But for some reason, it's just this year has made me think, golly, what are the veterans doing? How are they actually faring this? Because I'm having a hard time.
It's tough.
You know?
I'll be very honest. It's tough. I've gotten a lot of phone calls from a lot of people asking, like, hey, I need to talk. I need this. I can't be alone. Like the isolation thing, that's the thing that hurts the most.
Yes.
Because we are not good by ourselves. I mean, stinking thinking. I mean, if I was alone, I'd probably go back to drinking, but I won't because I've been sober 869 days.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
I love being sober. Now, I don't mind people drinking around me. I really don't. I know that I've come too far. You know, veterans. I got my second DUI 2 years ago, and I went to Veterans Treatment Court in Rutherford County. It was an 18-month program, cognitive behavioral therapy. You meet with the judge. You do journaling. You do MRT. You do all this stuff. There are a lot of check in the box. You have to do urinalysis every time your number is called. Wow. It keeps you honest.
Right.
And I graduated February. At the Rutherford County Courthouse. Mayor Ketron was there. Scott DeJolet, he was there. Thanks, Scott. It was awesome. And Dawn White, our senator, one of our senators.
Oh, okay.
She was there too.
Okay.
It was a really, really big event, and it goaded me to when I become 2 years sober, which was July 31st of this previous year. To be a peer certified resource specialist. And I got the email from the state of Tennessee last week.
Wow.
So I'm going to be trained by the state of Tennessee, 40 hours of training, plus 70 hours of specialized training with a counselor. And hopefully I'll be able to take care of fellow veterans with substance abuse and alcoholism.
I love it, and thank you. Thank you. I'm not a veteran, but my dad is a veteran. My brother is a veteran, Navy and Air Force. So I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
now let's sing some songs.
okay, we are just about out of time. So I really am glad that I didn't mean to hit you. I'm glad that you decided to drop in. I'm glad about that. I'm glad, Rob, that you have dropped in tonight. I appreciate that very much. And I appreciate you guys, and feel free to stay here if you want to and join in the last hoorah we got going on here. So let's take it away, Rob.
Let's do it.
So folks, thank you for tuning in tonight, and we're just going to do a little bit of a gospel tune here and close out the show for you. And I hope you're all ready for Christmas. And here we go. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to our home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, your glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by. Lord, oh, do remember me. Lord, oh, do remember me. Lord, oh, do remember me. Way beyond the blue, will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. I'll fly away, your glory, I'll fly away.
Morning.
When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Hallelujah! Yahoo! All right. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Don't forget, we come to you every Thursday night just for a short half hour. We will be back Christmas Eve, so tune in Christmas Eve too. So we have not taken a day off on Christmas Eve, so tune in 7:30 right here. And Rob, I am glad that you came tonight. I hope that I can have you back when we can all sing a little bit more. Andrew, I hope to have you back too, and I would like to give you the whole half hour next time because I'd like to hear more, and it's a worthwhile reason. You did. Thank you. And I appreciate you guys coming on. I know that's not the proper grammar, but that's all right. So we hope to see you again next Thursday. Don't forget, Friday nights at bikertv.org, Monday nights at keepingitcountrylive.com. So we just need a few more nights, and then every night we'll have the Rebecca Mae Lawless show. But this is about our veterans. It's not about me. It's just that was the only name I could come up with right that minute. So anyway, we hope you have a great rest of your evening, and the Lord bless and keep each one of you. Thank you, gentlemen, and good night, everybody.
Good night.